What's up, y'all? This is video 4 in Project 3030, which is 30 videos for 30 days. And in this video, I'm going to share with you folks 10 things you probably didn't know about me. Well, maybe it's a couple more than 10, but we're going to go over them real quick. I think they're going to be interesting. The first thing you probably didn't know about me is that I grew up on a horse farm. I worked for like 3 or 4 summers with our horse trainers in the barn. I was scooping horse poop, washing horses, and taking care of the farm and things like that. And I actually traveled to Tulsa, Oklahoma to the World Champion Palomino Horse Show for like 3 years in a row when I was pretty young. Number 2 is that I graduated high school with like 13 people, a really small class. Number 3, I once built my own sailboat and I used it as a dinghy for my 29-foot sailboat that I had. Number 4 is that my first boat was actually a sailboat, a MacGregor 25 that I got off of eBay. Now, it wasn't the first boat that I operated because growing up, my parents, we always had boats, and I got to drive the boats when I was young, and then whenever I got old enough to drive on my own, I actually got to take the boats out by myself because I was fairly responsible with it. Yeah. Number 5 is that my first truck was stolen when I was 16 years old while I was attending the Auburn, Alabama Iron Bowl. I was in there watching the game. My truck got stolen while I was in there. And then the following weekend, I didn't have a vehicle, so I borrowed my grandmother's car, wrecked her car, and broke my leg, broke my leg. Number 6 is that in 3rd grade, I had something I think was called leg calf Perthes disease, and I had to have 2 major surgeries on my right femur, and they had to put a plate in my leg, and I was actually on crutches for probably 6 months or more for that year. It was an interesting time for a 3rd grader. Number 7 is that the first time that I went to Sandals in Jamaica, I actually went with a buddy of mine after he and his girlfriend had a falling out. One of my other buddies was getting married, that's why they were going. Well, they had a falling out, so they opened up a free ticket for me, so I was like, heck yeah, I'm going. And we had a great time, and the rose petals on the bed when we arrived was a nice touch. Number 8 is that I was involved in a near drowning incident in El Salvador. When I was on a mission trip there, not very many years ago, one of the days we were there, our group decided to go to the beach and go swimming. Well, it was really rough out, big strong undertow, and a group of us got sucked out, and there was some very tense moments. The second time that I came into the beach, I was actually carrying my pastor on my back. It was a long ordeal, and it was very, very intense. I myself didn't nearly drown, but there were others who were less experienced and who semi-panicked or had other issues that caused some close calls. Number 9 is that I was involved in a country music festival back in 2012, and my main job was to take care of the riders for all of the artists and their buses, which means that in their contract they set these long grocery lists of what they wanted on the bus, and then different lists for things they wanted placed on stage right before they went on to perform. It was my responsibility to purchase all that stuff, gather it all together, organize it, deliver it to the buses, and then also before each artist went on stage, it was my job to stage all the different drinks, towels, different nonsense around the stage for the artists. It was also my job to coordinate all the meet and greets with the artists, and I was even able to give Sarah Evans a ride on my golf cart from her bus to the stage and back after her performance, and I even had Billy Currington run me down barefooted and jump on the back of my golf cart and just thank me for some things. I've really had a good time doing that, and you folks know I love music. Number 10 is that I was actually a licensed general contractor before I was a firefighter, and I ran my own construction company, and I worked in the construction industry since I was from 13 or 14 until I was probably 26 or something like that, 27-ish, pretty good while. Number 11 is that one of my front teeth, it's not real, or part of it isn't real. I actually had one of my teeth chipped during a pillow fight with my cousins over Christmas break when I was 10 years old. One of the buttons from the pillow hit my tooth and just broke half of it off. Number 12 is that I do most of the cooking around the house. Then the last one, number 13, is that I camped in the Talladega infield for 16 races straight. That's twice a year for 8 years, camping in the infield, Had a big time doing that. Learned a lot of things. And it was just a great experience and part of my life that I really, really enjoyed. All right, folks, there's some things about me that you guys didn't know. Hope you enjoyed that, and hope you look forward to the rest of the videos in Project 3030. Thanks for sticking with me, and I appreciate all of your support, folks. Love y'all. God bless.